I have an article from Politico that says the Senate Republicans fear a train wreck in September. So we're staying on the whole Senate thing. John McCain says that he's disappointed in what they've gotten done so far. You know what, John McCain? I agree with you. I almost never agree with John McCain, but right now, I do. He's disappointed, so am I. Because these first few months have been embarrassing for the whole party. I mean, think about it. For 8 years, they've been saying, okay, look, guys, we need to get Obama out of office. We need to take the majorities, and once we do, we're gonna repeal Obamacare, and it's gonna be a Republican utopia. We're gonna get all of our policies through, and it's gonna be great. And what happened? They got it. They got it out of nowhere. They didn't even expect it, but they got the majorities. They got the White House, and what are they doing now? They're doing absolutely nothing. Another part of this article that is just absolutely embarrassing is the fact that certain people in the Senate are looking for bipartisan legislation. And here we go, right? First of all, the whole idea that these are going to be bipartisan bills should set off a bit of an alarm right away, because when Republicans and Democrats say bipartisan, they mean something that we can both agree on that's horrible. They say that they can come to an agreement and they can pass legislation and create bipartisanship with new Russia sanctions. Unbelievable. This is it. This is your big idea. This is your big plan on how to get things done and how to regain support. Russia sanctions. I mean, I don't even know what to say. I mean, honestly. Republicans in the Senate and in Congress, Russia is not going to win you elections. Democrats will learn that the hard way, but you shouldn't have to. You shouldn't have to sit there and just think that, oh, if we talk about Russia, everyone's gonna say that we're standing up to tyranny, and we're standing up to Vladimir Putin and America, and we're standing up to tyranny, and we're standing up to fascism, and we're standing up to brutal dictators. No one is going to think that. If you pass new Russia sanctions, I'm sorry, but you are absolute idiots. Because here's the thing. Not only are voters not going to care, but it's going to piss off Russia, and we don't need to piss off Russia. There's no point. Russia is already pissed off. And why? Because our leaders are dumb, and they just like to scapegoat Russia all the time. It doesn't make any sense. New Russia sanctions. I mean, if they do go through these sanctions, what will their reasoning be? We know what it's going to be. It's going to be, collusion and election meddling. Election meddling. Here's something that I gotta say. Democrats and people have moved on. They've moved on to collusion. They've moved past the interference, and they've moved on to collusion. Think about this. They still haven't proved interference at all. They haven't proved it. But they just moved on anyway. They don't care. They moved on anyway. I mean, everyone always says, oh, they interfered in the election, and now we're going to figure out about collusion. How did they interfere? What did they do? And the claims, they just know there's no backing to them. They say, oh, well, they gave WikiLeaks the DNC emails. Okay. How do you prove that? Well, we can't. Obviously you can't, because there's nothing there. Julian Assange says, yeah, no, it wasn't Russia. Why would he lie about that? What reason does he have to lie about that? He has no reason to lie. Why would he lie? And look, I know you can say, oh, well, you shouldn't just trust someone blindly. I get that. But why would he lie about that? What's the point? because he's already in trouble with the country. He's already in trouble with the government of multiple countries. So why would he lie about that? It's not going to get him out of any trouble if he isn't in any trouble. So I just don't see it. And like, they also say, oh, they spread disinformation and fake news. How? Where? Where's the proof? Oh, we don't have any. Great. I mean, everything is just speculation, and just like they come up with like they've created a cloud of conspiracy and a cloud of suspicion. They've done that by themselves. They say, oh, I can't believe the administration has such a cloud of corruption over it. You guys have smoke machines and you're making those clouds for them. Smoke machines. You know what I mean. You're making those clouds for them. Because this is what you do. I mean, think about it. What do they have to back up the whole Russia thing? What do they use? They say, oh, fake news, DNC emails, and then they say, what was it they said? I totally forgot what I was about to say. How embarrassing is that? They say DNC emails, they say fake news, and they say, oh yeah, PP tapes. That's their other thing. They say, oh, Vladimir Putin has a PP tape of Donald Trump and prostitutes. What? What is that? Excuse me again. What is that supposed to mean? Do you have the tapes? Can you prove it? No, of course we can't. No, we can't prove it. Our proof is this dossier made by some former British intelligence guy who worked for the Hillary Clinton campaign. Yeah, he's reliable. People forget that this whole Russia thing started off as a Clinton campaign talking point. That was one of her big attacks on Trump, was always a Russian puppet. That was her talking point. And now it's a big serious investigation and a big scandal and Russia and Watergate 2.0. But it was a talking point. It was like a fake little DNC Hillary Clinton campaign little thing to shift the blame of the loss onto Russia, instead of saying, hey, look, Hillary was a terrible candidate and she was terrible at campaigning and she had no idea what she was doing. They deflect from that and they say, no, it was just Russia. It's Russia. It's Russia, obviously, right? So they moved on to collusion. Still have no proof of interference. And then I remember there was like it was a document. It was like, oh, this is the proof. This is it. This is the official report on Russian interference in the election. This is proof that we are right about Russia. You read it, and I forgot who came out with it. I forgot who it was that made it. It was an intelligence agency. Maybe the FBI, maybe the CIA. Who knows? Excuse me. I am deeply sorry. But then, the report was just like bashing RT and saying, oh, Putin's a bad guy, and Russia's a bad country, and we're good guys, and they have technology and fake news. Alright, that's our evidence. That's what we got. What? It was a long thing too, but there was no content, no evidence, nothing that pointed in any direction to like, hey, look, we got the smoking gun here. No, they got nothing, and they still have nothing. So this whole thing is just such a big mess, and I had more things to get onto. I ran out of time. I'm very new to this, as you can tell. I'm very new to this whole thing. I have about 3 more pages of things to cover. Oh, alright. We'll get to that next time. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, things are messed up, you know, things are crazy. You take a look at the media and the deep state and Congress and how just stupid and weak Republicans are in Congress and how they don't know how to fight, how they give in so easily. It's just a bit of a mess. I mean, that's why I'm here, you know. I just wanted to talk about the issues, talk about things, and hopefully it all goes well, you know. I mean, we do have hope because, there's a lot of passion on the right. Something that I see is that there's just a lot of passion. There's a lot of love, not love. There's a lot of just sort of like emotion. And what I'm hoping, this is my hope, is that in 2018 and 2020, we come out, Republicans, we turn out, and we get Congress, we keep a hold of Congress, and we send a message to our congressmen and our leaders, and we say, hey, look, guys, we're going to reelect you, but you need to do actual things, and you need to talk about actual issues. You can't just talk about Russia all the time. You need to talk about actual, real issues that people care about. And send a message to the Democrats that the same thing, like, Democrats, talking about Russia all the time isn't going to get you anything. Talk about real things, and maybe people will vote for you. Because let's be honest, nobody is voting for Democrats right now. Nobody. They say, oh, the popular vote. The popular vote came from one state, California. You can't win elections like that. Sorry.